This is Ron Clymer, and I'm in Daytona Beach, Florida, and I want to talk to you if your house is being foreclosed on. I did a video recently that was the biggest mistake people being foreclosed on make. Well, this is not the biggest one. In fact, it's a menagerie of mistakes that people make. But I'm looking here at an actual case that I ran across a couple of days ago, and it just takes my breath that this happens, but it happens all the time. It's not at all unusual. This is a house where the principal owed on this house was $50,868. So here's a guy that owes $50,000, $50,000, and a little bit over $50,000 on his house. But his final judgment, see, when you go through this process of being foreclosed on, you got interest clicking every day. You got all kind of fees that are clicking every day. By the way, the title of this video is how to turn a $50,000 debt into a $98,000 debt, because that's exactly what our friend did here. He's got interest in the amount of $3,452. He's got taxes, $4,150. Now listen to this. He's got insurance in the amount of $13,881. That's for about 2 years of insurance. Man, that's some expensive insurance. If your house is being foreclosed on, may I suggest that you insure it? Because if you don't insure it, the mortgage company is going to insure it. And they don't use the cheapest company in town. In fact, quite the contrary. They use the most expensive company in town because insurance is expensive for them. It's called forced insurance. Now, they've also got property inspections here, $261. That's some guy coming out and just looking at the house once a week to make sure it's there. $15 a pop. And so that's the job I need. They also have a insufficient check charge for 20 bucks here. They have attorney fees, $3,710. Valuations. They had to determine valuation of the house, so they had an appraisal done, apparently $287. That was a bargain for them. And they have, listen to this, property preservation. Property preservation. That's where they go out, people have abandoned the house, they lock it up, and then they go back and inspect it. Property preservation, $20,217. Man, well, here's what happened. Over a period of time, let's see, from 9 of 1 year, in a period of 26 months, this person ran their bill up from $50,800 to $98,775. Now, if you saw the previous video about the biggest mistake that people make, it's about getting money back after your house is foreclosed. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. But let's just say this house sold at auction for $150,000. Well, the owner of the house, the guy that's being foreclosed on, is entitled to get that last $50,000, which if he'd have just taken care of some of this stuff, he wouldn't have had these expenses, because these things are expensive when you're an asset manager. That's the guy that's going to own the house when the bank forecloses on it. When you're an asset manager in Atlanta taking care of a house in Daytona Beach. And so as a consequence, everything they do is expensive. So my point is, and I'm sorry if you can see my frustration. When this guy first realized he was going to be foreclosed on, why doesn't he call me or some other realtor and get this house sold and put some money in his pocket instead of just sitting there and let the bank run up $20,000 in property preservation fees? And so if you're being foreclosed on, give me a call. Here's my number, 828-755-6996. Give me a call and say, Ron, get this thing sold for me. Put some money in my pocket. And it's just amazing that people just sit there and let their house be foreclosed on. Don't do that. Thanks for listening. Thanks for checking this out. If you haven't seen the biggest mistake video, go back and watch that. Thanks. Bye.